happened, and it's eating me up, so here we go. So the family ordered pizza for dinner. Mom left cash on the table for me to pay. It was me and two other boys, 7 and 10, large cheese pizza and breadsticks. I have always been under the impression that the babysitter is allowed to have a reasonable amount of dinner if they are expected to serve dinner. I've babysat a few times in the past, and I've never encountered this. When the parents came home to relieve me, they asked how the night went. I said fine, and said that the pizza place was really good as I had never ordered from there before. Girl, why did you tell on yourself? I mean, obviously, who would ever think that you eating a slice of pizza would be a problem? So I get why you said that, but like, I feel like that was a random detail to add in. Like, how did tonight go? Oh, it was great. The pizza was amazing. Like, I don't know, but she's not wrong for saying that. It's just like, it didn't need to be said. She could have got away with it. Because she didn't do anything wrong, it seems. Let's finish the story. Mom looked at me puzzled. And I asked why I ate the kids' dinner. I said I just had 2 pieces of pizza and a breadstick. I feel as if this was not an inappropriate amount to eat. I don't think so either. However, the parents disagreed. Dad said they didn't expect me to have to feed me dinner as well, and told me not to eat their family's food. I would have went off. Overall, I'm very uncomfortable and confused by this experience. Both boys were fed and did not complain about being hungry for the rest of the night. I personally have always assumed, perhaps wrongly, that if I'm expected to serve dinner as a sitter, then I am welcome to have a serving. Is this something anyone else has ever experienced? Am I the a-hole? Girl, no. That's just the short of it. I don't understand why they would have a problem with you eating anyway. Like, if you're babysitting, I mean, I'm trying to think of like how the parents' logic could be set, and I kind of understand where they may be coming from, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's not a big deal at all. Your children were not worried about eating that pizza. They weren't crying that they were hungry. Why can't you feed the babysitter as well, you know? Like, that's kind of rude. So I think she was right for eating, and I think that if they have a problem with it, sayonara, I don't need to babysit for you anymore, because at the end of the day, you needed me. You needed me to babysit for you, not the other way around. But anyways, okay, on to the next story. The verdict of that one is she is not the a-hole at all. Girl, get you some food and move on to the next one. Alright, I am blind as a bat, so this is kind of far. Let me zoom in. There we go. Okay, our bat's blind. Are they? Okay, let's see. I don't even want that one. Okay, this one's labeled as a-hole. So I kind of want to read this one because I don't know if I agree after the title. Am I the a-hole for sending my daughter to her room after she disrespected my wife? It looks as though you were not from the title, but let us see, because it definitely says in bold letters a-hole. So we'll see. Posting on mobile, so sorry if the formatting is weird. Also using a throwaway for privacy reasons. Bro, what? Okay. I, 42-year-old male, recently have gotten married to my wife, K, 34, female. For background, I have a daughter, D, 13, female. So we're calling the wife K and the daughter D. We moved back and what I choose to do. If my child is safe, fed, mentally well, like if I'm not hurting my child in any way, and this is just out a form of punishment, I just said go to your freaking room. Do not call my phone or else you will be getting blocked. Not legitimately, but I will go off on you because you will not tell me how I'm going to parent my child. You just will not. Like, what? If my child is being raised respectfully, being raised healthily, is that a word? I don't know. And has everything that they need, and you don't agree with the punishment that I did because my child's being disrespectful to my spouse, please get off my phone with that crap. That's all I have to say about that part. Because if I would have got a ring from the in-laws, we would have had a completely different story. And then me and my daughter would have had something else to talk about. Because what are you calling your in-laws for? Are they your mom and dad? Do you want to go live with them for a while and see how it works with them? I don't know. I just feel like it's giving a little bit ungrateful. But yes, I do understand that as a child, it's frustrating seeing your parent move on from a parent who might have passed away. Well, I don't understand, but I get how it can, I understand how it can be frustrating and upsetting. I don't understand how it feels, though. But maybe her father should have had more of a talk with her. It doesn't say anything in here about that, so maybe he did have a talk with her. I don't know what the conversation was that happened, or if there even was one. I do think that there should have been a conversation of like, okay, this is happening, like, are you comfortable with this? What do you think about this? Because it sounds to me like from the story that maybe she didn't get that. Maybe she doesn't feel heard by her father, so she's acting out. But no, I don't think that it was wrong for father to send her to her room. I do think they need to have a talk, a respectful talk on both ends, so that maybe she can feel a little bit more heard. So maybe when it's time for her to come out of her bedroom, you guys can both be calmed down and have a respectful, reasonable conversation and kind of gauge how she feels. And maybe she just needs a little more support from her father to feel a little bit better about the situation. But no, the result of that one is I do not think that he is the a-hole, and I think we are gonna do one more story. Let's find one, shall we? Oh, okay, I kind of want to do this one. Oh wait, this one's short. I guess we can do this one really quick and add on another one. Am I the a-hole for withholding sex from my husband? I, 27, female, have been married to my husband, 30, male, for 3 years. I told him that I want a divorce. I wasn't expecting that. He insists that we have sex one more time before we finalize the divorce. I told him I don't think that would be a good idea. So I told him no. Am I wrong? Update. He says that he wants to have sex one last time as one last goodbye. I mean, I don't really know, and this one isn't labeled. I don't know. I feel like no, she's not the a-hole. Like she wants a divorce. I don't agree with divorce other than for infidelity, or for sexual immorality. But what I mean by that is like if you're choosing to, you don't always have to divorce for that. But if you're choosing to divorce for a reason at all, it better not be anything other than infidelity or sexual immorality. Now, if there's like abuse going on, that's between you and God, and that's a conversation you need to have with God, because it doesn't say that I've seen, at least in the Bible, about leaving for abuse. So like that's a conversation you need to have between you and God. I have no say in that or thoughts about that. But other than that reason, I don't think anyone should be getting divorced other than the reason of if you decide to leave your spouse for cheating on you. So, yeah. But that doesn't have anything to do with the story. It's just like, is she wrong for withholding sex? And I don't think so. Especially, I don't know the reason why you guys are getting divorced, what's going on, but if you're getting a divorce and he wants to have one last hoorah, I don't think you're the a-hole for saying no. You have a right to say no. work in an office setting, but I travel occasionally for work. On these occasions, I always bring my girlfriend, Sadie, 32 female, with me, and we make it a mini vacation. I'm sorry, I kind of lost track of the story here. I travel occasionally for work. She brings her girlfriend with her to make it a mini vacation. Okay. I would say that I travel maybe 9 times a year, and each time is maybe for 5 to 10 days. A mini vacation. Honey, that's a full vacation. What do you mean, mini vacation? The company I work for pays for travel, living, and food expenses. Period. Get that money, girl. Anything I don't use is paid out, but you see, my husband gets to travel for work, and he gets all that covered as well, but anything that he doesn't use is just forfeited. So I'll be like, you better use that money. But anything she doesn't use gets paid out. Oh, I need to know where she works and where I can apply. The company I work for, we already read that. Anything I don't use is paid out, but with 2 of us, we easily use it all. I should also note, I've been with this company for nearly 10 years, did schooling through them, and worked hard for my position. Oh, maybe I don't want your position then. 10 years is kind of a long time. I have a coworker, 36, female, Sue. It's always freaking Susan or some crap. Okay, she has a coworker, Sue. She's 36 years old, who is a mom of 4 kids under the age of 8. 4 kids under 8. 4. Okay, that's a lot of kids. Sue has been with the same company for 15 years, and as long as I've known her, I've only considered her an acquaintance. She often, what happened? She often gives me grief about not having kids, and how I am lucky. Sorry, y'all. I'm struggling today. The issue happened a few days ago when I rejected a travel job, and Sue begged my boss to let her try. She didn't want to. Okay. So, the girl who wrote the story, rejected the travel job, and Sue, her coworker, wanted to take it. He caved because it was an emergency and I had already scheduled off for Thanksgiving. Sue made all her arrangements and asked if I could watch her kids for the week while she's gone. I told her no. 4 kids under 8. Are you watching them? Are you watching them? I didn't think so. I told her no because I'll be traveling, and she told me this will be a great way for me to experience the joy of having children. Is this Susan? Sue, are you mental? Are you missing a screw? I told her no, I don't want to watch her kids because I enjoy my kid-free life, and I refuse to travel with kids. We went back and forth. You went back and forth with this woman? Okay, you're a good one. I went back and forth for a bit before I told her to stop asking me because my decision is final, and I won't compromise Sadie's trip because she got a wild hair up her ASS to do something she's not nearly qualified enough to do. Now we're going in on her. I did not tell her that last part. Okay. I just said I don't want to compromise Sadie's trip because she's hosting with her mom. From the grapevine, I heard her husband drove their kids an hour to their parents' house before leaving. A few of my coworkers are saying that I was cold for not helping her out. Okay, if she's wrong, why didn't you? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm whisper yelling. If she's wrong, I don't see any other coworkers stepping up to the plate. I don't see not a one of y'all saying you'll watch the kids. Sorry, my husband's letting the dog in. But I don't. Shut up if you're not gonna step up, please and thank you. crazy for even asking, but she still has the right to say no. And for you to be upset with her, and for the coworkers to be upset with her for saying no, it's like, I'm sorry, are these my children? Did I agree to pop out 4 kids under the age of 8? No. So, like, why the freak am I being ridiculed for not wanting to take care of your kids? Why? Oh, you are kids. Okay. So no, I don't think you're the a-hole. Long story short, and I could have a lot of stuff to say about this just because I'm a very blunt human being, okay? If I feel a certain type of way, if I have something to say, most of the time I'm gonna say it. And if you ask me, like, my opinion on something, I'm going to be honest with you, so you might not even want to ask me, because I'm going to tell you, and you might not really want me to tell you. So, yeah, I'm just very blunt. I refuse to be uncomfortable. I refuse to have, like, strife going on when there doesn't need to be. And I refuse to regret that I didn't do something, you know? So, like, I'm just very blunt and upfront. Would have been like, Sue, if you don't get out of my face with that bull crap. Sorry, baby girl. I did not choose to have 4 kids in 8 years. I just didn't. So, glad you could figure it out, though. Glad your parents agreed, which should have been the first stop. Your parents should have been the first stop to ask. And yeah, so that's my final verdict of that story. Sue, you're crazy, girl. Crazy girl. But that's gonna be it for today's video. You guys seem to really like the last one, so I wanted to give you a little bit more. Someone did comment that they wanted me to read a paranormal type of story times from Reddit, like unexplainable things happening in your life. So, like, let me know if you guys are interested in that. And I'll look at some stories for that. I have to find the correct tag for it. So. What the freak is that? Y'all, I'm up here in the dark, like the pitch black. Can I show you? Hold on. It's like, it's dark all over there. And and I just heard buzzing, so maybe it's just a fly, but I'm not with that, so I'm about to turn these lights on. But yeah, let me know if you guys are interested in that. Let me know what you guys think about these stories.